Hey everyone, and welcome. Some non-drumming things you can do as a drummer or should do as a drummer to help you in your drumming as you progress down the line. Now, this isn't just for drummers, it's for all musicians or anybody in any walk of life. But because drumming is such a physically demanding instrument to play, especially if you're at the height of your career where you're playing concerts for 2 hours and you got the big setup and you're wailing away for 2 hours straight. It's a workout. It's a physical workout. You burn a lot of calories. And I've always equated it to being kind of like a professional athlete. Athletes don't just walk on the field or walk on the court or whatever sport they play and just start playing the game. There's a lot of conditioning they do throughout their whole lives, during the season, off seasons. For one, so they don't get any injuries, to prevent injuries. Number two, so they can perform at the peak of their ability. So for a drummer, it's kind of the same thing. And I'm not going to tell you anything that you might not know. It's all based around fitness things you can do. And if you've played organized sports, I've played organized sports a lot. I mean, growing up, I'm very active. I do a lot of active things. I've always have. So I don't think about doing any of this because, oh, I have to do this because I'm a drummer. No, it's just part of my habits. Right? I like going to I like running. I like playing tennis. I like basketball. I like running around, football, baseball, whatever. I played baseball for many years. I'm biking, hiking. I like hiking. I just like to go out and be active. So if you have played organized sports or whatever, if you're playing now, you'll know that you don't just play the sport. You go through your practice. You do your weight room stuff. You do your stretching. You do your wind sprints. Build up your thing. So let's go over the three things that everybody should know. And even if you just at a gym, a fitness club, and you just started working out and you never worked, you're not an athlete or anything, you probably know to do all these things. You probably know that all these are important. Endurance / stamina, same thing. Stamina, endurance, all right? That's important for a drummer. If you're going to play a 2-hour concert, you got to be able to play for 2 hours without getting tired. Two, flexibility. Flexibility with the body is what I'm talking about. The ability to bend over and touch your toes, which is amazing how many people cannot do that. So flexibility, stretching, all that stuff. Three is strength. Strength, important. I'm not talking about, bodybuilders' power, being able to flip a car over, strongman competition. I'm talking about muscle tone, because you can have strength without having bulk. All right, that's what you want. And all three are important for drummers. I'm not going to give you advice to tell you what you should do. I'm only speaking from my experience to know that as a drummer, I've never been injured. I've never been hurt. I never did anything drumming because I've been part of organized stuff and been active and everything. And I know all the things that you do as an athlete, stretching and conditioning and, lifting and working on strength. I know all that stuff to do. So I don't think about it. So endurance, stamina. What can you do? I'm not telling you what to do. You can look up things on your own and see what's good for stamina. But again, all the things I mentioned. When I play tennis, if I go to the park, play, pick up football game or play basketball, it's all part of building up cardio, building up endurance, stamina, so I can, not be tired from drumming for 10 minutes or 15 minutes. If you have a bike, you bicycle. If you don't have anything, you don't need to spend any money. Go out, run around the block, just jog if you have to. If you can't run, do some little sprints here and there. Right? Run in place at home. You just do a nice, energetic, vigorous running in place. Anything, and do it for 5, 10 minutes, whatever you can do. If you're hurt, don't do any of this stuff. Just don't. So there's multiple things you can do to build up your stamina, endurance. Go out there, enjoy. Don't just sit on the couch and play video games. It's good for your thumbs, I guess, and hands, maybe as a drummer, but I don't know. I don't know if it's helping with your cardio. Flexibility, simple. It's the stretching, it's the being loose and making sure you don't tweak anything based on a movement you might do. And in drumming, there's stuff you're going at a faster speed, faster tempo, and you're going from here to here. You're turning. It's easy if you're not warmed up or not conditioned to pull something, to tweak something. I just tweaked something in my back, and now you can't play drums for a little bit. Maybe some days, maybe some weeks. Who knows? All right. So it's just basically all kind of the normal stretches you can do. If you want to loosen up your wrist and your hands, you can just, for your hands, you just open and close, get that loose, shake out the wrist. All right. This is just loosening everything up, not really stretching. Get the arms. All right. Get the shoulders, do shoulder rolls. All right. Back and forth like this. Do, tricep, pull your arm back here, whatever just all the typical stretches, stuff that you see that you can look at online and see what works best. But this lateral movement is important because you're doing that a lot. You're staying still, but when you come around, you are engaging a little bit with the turn. All right. Get your neck loose, back and forth, roll back and forth, back and forth. Sit down on the ground, touch your toes, try to touch your head to your knees. Don't force yourself. Don't force it. All right. If you can't do it, stop when you start feeling like I can't go anymore. And I always feel it's best not to stretch when you're cold, not to stretch cold, not to stretch to be the first thing you do. Just a little bit of a, walk in place or something, or do a walk outside or go something. And then you can stretch before you do your strenuous activity, whatever it is. All right. So, foot with your feet, loosen up those ankles, boom, go back and forth and pull up, stretch this by pulling your leg behind you there. Just go through all the nice stretches. Make sure your back is loose, everything else. You don't want to sit at your drums hunched over like this. All right, that's bad posture. And we're getting to that with the strength. All right, so flexibility, stretch properly, stretch, and not when you're drumming. You don't have to do any of this. This is kind of when you're not drumming, maybe in the day, you drum at night, and just do some of the stuff in between drumming. So it's not like this is not stuff you should do. This is all conditioning. So when you do sit at the drums, you're ready to go. Strength is important. One thing is the core. The core, because you're sitting, first of all, you're sitting for a long period of time, especially if you're doing a concert, right? You're sitting up. It's good posture. Your core is important. And you don't slouch. You're going to have problems down the line if you start with anything. The joints might go, if you're not properly loose and don't condition yourself properly over time, everything's going to deteriorate in some form. You might not be able to sit down and play the drums like you would, So always keep that looseness, so the core is important. Sit-ups, crunches, anything that works on your abs. Planking, I don't know, is that still a thing? You can plank. Anything that will work on, on the core of your body, because it's really important. Supporting you and you're moving. Say if I'm doing slow, I feel like I'm just using my arms, fine. But if I do a fast, right, I'm now engaging my core more. I'm to get over that fast. If I don't do sit-ups or I haven't done sit-ups or I don't have any strength in my abdomen, that's going to be more of a difficult thing. A better example perhaps is if you're sitting, or when you sit at the drums, do this. Do it slow, just go. All right. All I'm using my core for is to sit. All right. Nothing. I'm just using my arms. Arms and wrist, fingers. But as I go faster, if I go faster, I am now engaging this. This is now tightening for me to be able to do that movement and do that speed. Right? I need a strong core, need strong abs, or at least conditioned abs to do that. And that's with when you're playing whatever going around, you'll feel it. You'll feel it. You look at someone like Travis Barker, whether you like him as a drummer or not, doesn't matter. But the energy level and the vigor with which he plays and does everything, he's got to be in. Maybe that's why he's so thin. I imagine he's thin because of the calories and everything he burns. But he is conditioned too. I mean, he can't do that without being loose and without being flexible and without having strong core muscles and with strong arms, whatever. He has strength. Or Tony Royster Jr., right? When you see his drum solos, his power, you know, a lot of it's for show, but you know, he's over. He has to be in physical shape, strong, a lot of strength for what he does. And he does crossovers and stuff. So you see. So it's important. The core is important. Sit-ups, crunches, planks, anything you can see that will help that section. Now, feet, the legs are used. All right, boom. So you can do simple toe raise, you know, calf raises. Just stand in your place, do calf raises. Squats. You can do half squats. Again, if you have medical problems, I'm not telling you should do this or not. Find the exercise that works for you. Arms, if I'm playing a bell, and even if they're here, my cymbal's low here, but if I have cymbals up here and the drums are up here, you know, I may be playing a lot up here. So if I'm playing a bell, all right, hold your arm up for an extended period of time. You need strength, all right? You need strength to keep that going, especially 20 minutes, 30 minutes, an hour, 2 hours, all right? You'll feel it. So how do you build that strength? Or left hand, if you're left-handed, all right? Boom, 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 boom. Same thing, all right? Here's the thing we used to do in baseball. For baseball, it'd be arm circles. Simple. Put your arms out. I don't know if my arms are in full screen here or not, but just go forward doing small circles, all right? A nice speed, and build up to bigger circles, all right? And do it for 20 seconds, 30 seconds. You'll feel it. You'll feel the muscles it's working and the burn, right? And then relax, shake it out, and then go reverse. Do the reverse. Small circles to big circles, all right? Boom. And that's going to help your arm, your shoulders, your triceps, your biceps, which are important for drumming. Right? And you can do it holding it out in front of you as well. Right? Do the same thing, small circles to bigger circles, and then shake it, relax, and then do the reverse, small, big, all right? Set the clock, boom. Those are great for that. If you just do push-ups, sit-ups, or some sort of crunch or something, or just some sort of push-ups, whatever variations, and calf raises or squats or whatever, those are basically the muscle groups to work on for the most part. And there's all kind of different ways you can do it. And you know what else you can do? Is eat properly. You don't have to go crazy. I mean, I like pizza, I like donuts, I like a lot of junk, but I'll eat healthy too. I know vegetables and fruits and stuff is good for me. So it all incorporates in your lifestyle. That's going to do it for now. We'll get back to some drumming in the next video, and hope you have a great day. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe if you're so inclined. I'll see you next time. Bye. Go stretch. Go do a push-up, sit-up. Go run around the house, whatever. All right. Run to the bathroom and come back. All right, bye.